What's up, YouTube? Today we're going to talk about people that kind of suck, but in a fun way.
Hi, Dad.
Hey, guys. Hi, everyone, and welcome to our channel. I know, I'm just leaving it. My name is Sam.
My name is Ryan.
And today we are going to be doing a fun little game. You know,
fun for us, maybe not so fun for these people.
Maybe not for these people. So many people have been canceled in the last 3 years. Some are like obvious, yes, let's hold this person accountable, and others are stories that may have just like flown under your radar. And
most stories fly under my radar.
Yeah, and I feel like I'm really in tune with the hip happenings of pop culture.
Was that a read?
Well, yeah.
I mean, because I do think that there's a big, like, I am in the know.
You are.
About, like, real things that matter. Real things. Like, not politics. And
not, like, petty drama or, like, why did this random YouTuber get canceled? Like, who cares? Right. Really. Yeah. So, I thought it'd be fun. I know.
We're on the same page now. I feel better.
I thought it'd be fun to set up a little game for Ryan and have him try to match the celebrity to the reason they were canceled. People loved our video where you tried to guess why YouTubers made apology videos.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, like, it's one of our most successful videos.
Love that.
So this is almost like a little part 2. So here we have our chart of faces, and the reason that I would say they were quote unquote canceled or problematic.
Okay, the one thing, like, I actually don't know who some of these people are.
Okay, so
from top left, as if you're reading a book. Okay. Ellen, Demi, who's this?
That is.
Oh, is that
Gabby?
That's Nikki's sister.
Yeah, like the Gabby DiMartino.
DiMartino, yeah.
She's someone that I was not super familiar with until
Nikki and I
read
did Freakish together.
Yeah.
Oh, sad. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Is that Vanessa Hudgens?
That is indeed Vanessa Hudgens.
God. I don't know who that is.
That is Shane Dawson.
Who's that?
A YouTuber.
Okay, so
for like the last 10 years.
So like probably just whatever the stupidest thing here is.
And then we have
Miss Leah Michelle.
Miss Leah Michelle, and then
Grogu. I mean, what's her name from
Gina Carano or Caro? Gina something. Carano.
You know you don't like her when you have to Google what her name is.
Yeah.
All right, Gina. Okay.
And then should we take a look at this list over here?
Yeah. Okay. So we have blackface, which I just like. How hard is it to not
do
your
blackface
face black and pretend to be a race you aren't?
I don't understand.
Like, how hard is that to do, really? Okay, 2020 election someone tried to steal the election?
I tried to make these as short as they could be. Right. They believe that the 2020 election was stolen and spread the propaganda.
Okay, great. Okay, so then the next one is Toxic Boss. And then sold child pic on OnlyFans.
Yes. I can explain more of the story later, but like, this person has an OnlyFans and they thought it would be funny to post this like throwback like picture of themselves as a child or like home video as a child, but they were naked in it, and they decided to post that for sale on OnlyFans.
I guess it's a little better that it's them.
But it's still the fact that they did not see how this was a problem and technically child pornography was just like, wow. So that's what that is. Then we also just have the good old generic Diva Toxic.
That's probably Leah. People dying is inevitable on COVID.
So this person was live on Instagram when the stay-at-home mandate was extended. They were kind of talking about their thoughts, and they said, but like, July, come on, that's like BS. You know, I get it, we want to be safe, but like people dying, like, come on, that's inevitable. Like saying, like, just let us out of our homes.
The way that you're saying it is making me think that there may be a little, like,
I'm sorry.
Ditzy.
I was almost like, but yeah.
Okay, all right.
So just an offensive, out of touch comment. And then we also have someone
angry at Froyo.
Yes. Someone who
I love Froyo. It's so YOLO. Frozen yogurt is my favorite treat. Sweet and yummy Froyo is all I eat. Because why?
Well, you only live once.
Samantha.
This person got very offended by frozen yogurt at the shop and tried to publicly shame this frozen yogurt shop. And that's all I'm gonna say. I will tell more of this. I will tell more of the story.
Right, because too much context.
Too much context and it's obvious. So
right.
Ryan, start sorting.
All right. So I'm gonna move things where so like Diva Toxic is obviously Leah Michele. Toxic Boss is obviously Ellen, unless she's like COVID denier, then I didn't know that. I would assume that 2020 election stolen is the Republican Star Wars lady. So now it's tough. I guess not to break the game, but just from your delivery, I kind of think people dying is inevitable might be my girl Gabriella. I don't know why I think this. I think Angry at Froyo is something Demi would do. And this YouTuber that I don't know anything about, no offense to them, but they don't seem like they would get much traction on OnlyFans. So I guess OnlyFans child pick has to go to homegirl over here, which means the only thing left is blackface, and I'm looking at a kind of douchey looking white man, which feels pretty apropos. So I think before I lock this in, let me just look at what I've done here. Because Vanessa Hudgens could also very much be someone who's angry at Froyo. I'm gonna say that this is my official guess. How did I do?
Ryan, you got it correct.
I got every single one of these correct?
Yes!
Oh my god.
Sorry, I was trying so hard not to laugh because you got every single one correct, and watching your logic play out for them, I was like, oh, this is incredibly like intuitive. Like the logic you used to rule out the
right.
ones that you don't know, I was
right.
like, oh, that totally makes sense. Now, do you have any questions about these?
Okay, so yeah, I mean, we'll start from what I knew. Everyone knows that Ellen is a toxic boss.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew that before everyone knew that, just because you know,
can tell.
No, it's just the entertainment industry is a small place, and you're doing an independent movie, and someone who's doing your hair worked on the Ellen show and has something to say. Like, you can't be a bad person without that getting around. It just doesn't happen.
Yeah.
I knew that Leah Michele was Diva Toxic. Everyone knows that.
Yeah.
Also, Diva Toxic, great drag name.
I thought about that too. As soon as you said Diva Toxic, I was like, oh.
And while I don't want to like besmirch the good name of American Republicanism, unfortunately, if you are outwardly a Republican these days, you are either a social pariah or you believe the big lie. Mm-hmm. And because I know that Miss Star Wars is like a very vocal Republican, I just had to assume that that was someone who believes that the 2020 election was stolen, which by the way is not funny, and everyone should be panicking about the state of affairs in this country. I'm just gonna throw that out there. Anyway, so then I did break the game a little bit because
I know
people dying is the way that you said that, I was like, that sounds like that just, I don't know why I know this because I've literally never watched Vanessa Hudgens live on Instagram, but I know that that's what Vanessa Hudgens live on Instagram sounds like.
I started doing an impression, and that's where I think I really messed up, is because I was like, it's like inevitable. After she said, like, you know, she was complaining about the lockdown getting extended, and she was like, people are gonna die, it's inevitable, blah, 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 blah. She literally said, maybe I shouldn't be doing this. And then, like, was like, well, I'm gonna go.
And okay, so let's just talk, and maybe we're gonna get canceled now, but people dying of COVID is inevitable.
Yeah.
Like, it's a
pandemic.
Highly virulent pathogen. So, like, that's true. Again, what drives me crazy is, like, there's a big difference between doing blackface and saying something that is true, but maybe a little bit tone deaf.
Yeah.
But, like, blackface YouTuber and Vanessa Hudgens for one time at one moment were in the same category of canceled, And like that is why I hate everyone.
That's
and I
why
never go
cancel
outside.
culture sucks.
Yeah. I don't know anything about Gabby's sister over here, but I was.
That is Gabby.
Oh, what did I say?
You said Gabby's sister.
Oh, sorry.
Over here.
Nikki's sister. I don't know anything about Nikki's sister, but unfortunately, like, I was just sort of like, it was between an ugly white guy and a attractive appearing woman, so I assumed that it would go there.
So the really quick story there is she, and I didn't even know this, but she has an OnlyFans, and she thought it would be funny to post a, you know, like home family video where she's like, as a child, like saying she's not gonna put her panties back on, and you know, I think at one point she also like flashes the camera, but she's 3 years old. So like as a home video, you're like, oh, haha, that's very funny. Like, you know, it's just a child being a child. But she uploaded that to OnlyFans.
Right. Like, if she uploaded that to Instagram, it would be like, aw.
I'd be like, oh, haha,
cute.
this was you as a kid. But she uploaded it to a site
That
where
is-
the whole point is you get access to sexually explicit content.
Yes.
And her OnlyFans account obviously was suspended. She apologized. She thought it was just like an innocent, like, look at this home memory, like, home video thing. What she said was, and this is the tweet, the video was a goofy throwback family moment that I wanted to share with my personal OnlyFans fancy babies. I am sorry that this wasn't thought out completely. I apologize. The video is down. I'm sorry if this came off wrong. This happened like a year ago, but like this is why she's considered to be like a canceled celebrity. Who else don't you know the story behind?
Do I even care about the story behind the blackface of it all?
No, just
an idiot thinking he can get away with something that he
he's done
can't.
so much stuff that he's been canceled for, but like back in the early YouTube days, he would do sketch comedy and put himself in blackface and do these caricatures.
That's always
that
funny.
It's
I don't mean to profile, but you can just tell by looking at him that he makes just mistakes all the time.
Yeah, he does.
You can just tell by looking at him that he just is a walking scandal.
Yep.
I don't even know him and I'm not interested. So sorry, Josh, what's his name? Chad? Shane. I was in the ballpark. So I guess all that leaves is angry at Froyo. What
And
does this even mean?
This is something that like there's a part of this that I want to be sensitive to. And then there's another part of this that I think is just so stupid. Demi Lovato went to a Froyo shop in Los Angeles and took pictures of their like sugar-free Froyo and like diet Froyo, like the like less sugar options, posted a picture of it to their story, and then tagged the place saying like, you guys need to do better. This is triggering for people with eating disorders. Diet culture is so toxic. Like we need to remove diet culture from places, blah, 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 blah. That to me is such an extreme jump.
Yes.
And the shop came back and was like, we also offer vegan options. We also we cater to so many different people. And a lot of people on Twitter were like, doesn't Demi know that like we need sugar-free options for like diabetics?
No, that's literally like me walking into a Froyo shop and seeing the sugar options and being like, this is triggering to me as a diabetic, you need to do better. It's like, no, like everyone doesn't need to placate exactly to your sensitivities just because you're mad today.
And so even if they were just triggered because they have struggled with eating disorders and everything, which is very serious and very fair, and they can be triggered by those things, and like that's their own journey. A lot of people were just like, why did you try and take down this Froyo shop in Los Angeles? Like, they were tagging them, they were exposing like their DM conversations where the shop was defending itself. Like, and of course, Demi has a lot of old like Disney fans too that are like diehard, so they were like trying to like leave bad reviews on this business's Yelp account. Like, it was just one of those things where it's like, wait, I'm sorry. Like, you're mad at sugar-free Froyo and you're using your fan base to... I'm like, what? So that's angry at Froyo.
Isn't it weird that like after all of this, like if I had to pick between Gabby, Vanessa, and Demi at who I'm like the most upset with, it's Demi. I think what Gabby did was stupid. I think what Vanessa did was stupid. I think that Demi just had some, like, anger that they just decided to burn a froyo stand down over. And it's just like...
Didn't really choose to process that inside themselves.
Right, you are allowed to have triggers. You are allowed to have, like, a past that...
You're still working on and everything.
Right, but that is such a jump, and you have to be conscious of the power you have, and you have to understand that your bad day could ruin business for them for the rest of their lives. Well... My big takeaway is that I'm a genius and that it turns out you can absolutely judge a book by its cover.
Well, and apparently you can, like, not care at all about this petty drama and still just, like, guess what it is. Which just goes to show that no one should care about any of this, except for the 2020 election thing.
Right,
that's
that
just
is
bad
very serious.
misinformation. That's very serious.
That is a political cancer at the heart of this country, and... all of America should be very worried because we're in big trouble.
Anyways.
But everything else, like, you should not care about this because if you were going in blind, you could guess it.
Yeah.
Because it's that stupid.
Because it's that stupid. Well, Ryan, you did a great job.
Thank you very much.
So, congratulations. We really hope you enjoyed this video. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe to YouTube. And we will see you all next time.
Only eat diet foods, nothing else.
Oh my gosh.
Diet. Literally, I actually have to do that. I'm a diabetic, so I can say it.
So he's allowed to say that for himself.
Cancel me for being a diabetic. I dare you.
Oh my God.
I dare you.
I just heard that Ryan McCartan was a type 1 diabetic.
Ryan is over party.
Ryan's over party.
Yep. Then I'll just call you ableist, and then you'll get canceled, and I'll shut down your froyo shop.
It's a fun cycle. Yep. Anyways, bye!
Bye!